Okay, everybody, literally picking up right from last week. My name is Kristen Hoffman, and I am a mom who loves thrifting, homemaking, and intentional living. If you guys are not already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That means the world to me. And if you want to, you guys can follow me over on Instagram at Kristen K. Hoff. So this is actually a continuation from last week, but y'all, I did not save all of this Goodwill outlet footage for last week. I saved some for you this week too. So let's go ahead and get that footage rolling so you guys can go ahead and take this trip to the outlets with me. Afterwards, I will show you the second part of this massive haul. So let's get started. All right, everybody, well, we started off really strong with a couple of cute and super soft shirts here. I did wind up picking up these Gap jeans. They were super cute and I even wore them a couple times until I actually took a close look at them and I saw that they actually had some bleach stains on them from somebody in the past trying to get something out. And so I wound up redonating those back to the Goodwill. I did carry around this army bag for a while. I love army surplus items. I think that they are so cool, but if I collected every army piece that I've ever found, our house would be full of army stuff. I also picked up this baking sheet. The ones that we had before had Teflon on them, and I'm doing my best to try to eliminate Teflon from our house and just do stainless steel items just for the health of our family. I also love this Wolfgang Puck pan, and I carried it around for a while. It was really heavy and wonderful quality, but for that reason, I chose to put it back because it was gonna be pretty pricey and I don't need to keep collecting like 1,000 pans. Von Maur is actually a really fancy store here in Omaha. It's like an Omaha staple and it is so cool, and I loved this bag that went with it. It looks like it's probably from like the 90s or so. I also loved this little print. I thought that the painting was beautiful, but I was not a fan of the frame, and the print itself was in pretty rough shape, so I left it behind, as well as this mountain print that we have had in our bedroom for a long time. They had some great rugs and runners. You guys, I really am considering doing some kind of like antique spot where people can come and shop, because there are so many things that I just don't have a place for in my house that are so beautiful and I just want to save from the Goodwill outlet. I loved this little print too. I thought it was so cute, but I didn't know if I would have a frame that would fit it, so I wound up leaving it behind. There's also this beautiful Charles Dickens book. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did pick this up, and I am working on a Christmas haul for sometime in like late October or possibly early November, so you will wind up seeing that again. This place had so many great shoes this time. I really had to hone down which ones I absolutely loved the most, because I could have picked up all of these. Especially these little girls' shoes. I thought they were so cute, but I guess at the time I just didn't feel like hauling them around until Rosie grew into them, but now looking back, I probably should have just picked them up. I did carry around this little cocoa container, but I couldn't open it, so I figured it wasn't worth crowding up my shelves. This, I believe, is like a firewood holder, and I thought it was really pretty. It was pretty heavy, but I did wind up leaving it because I'm not a huge fan of the design on the side. If I could, though, I would probably go back and go get it. Thought this was really cool. I don't know if our girls would actually play with it though, so I did wind up leaving it. They also had all of these really cool utensils. I carried around all of them for a while, but at the end I honed it down to just my very favorites. Okay, everybody, y'all, I love the outlets. I love the idea of taking these discarded treasures and finding new life for them. I think that that's like a huge part of the mission behind it. I think that some of these clothes that they would wind up sending these overseas, but as far as the home goods, those all go to the landfill. It makes me so sad to think that if I were to not pick these things up, that they would literally just be going into the garbage. Something that I love about the Goodwill outlets also is that if you go to a normal thrift store, you can take a look around. Granted, it's organized, which is nice, and Goodwill outlets is just absolute chaos. But the nice thing about the outlets is that you can go at 9 o'clock in the morning and you can go at noon and it's a completely different store. And then you can come back again at 3, completely different store. Come back at 6, completely different store. It's literally bins after bins after bins of all new stuff all day long, and it is the last chance that anybody has to pick it up before it goes in the ground. Anyway, but I love it. It's so much cheaper than even going to a regular thrift store. I can't tell you how much I spent on this stuff, but I know I mentioned in the previous video that our Goodwill outlet, I think it's like $1.30 something, like 37, I believe, per pound. And so just keep that in mind. I don't have the full-on tallies because this was multiple trips that I kind of like hit whenever I had time. I've been saving them all. They've been sitting in bags. I feel bad. Josh has probably seen these giant Goodwill bags just sitting around our whole house for, a month now. But I want to get these put away and I want to show them to you. So let's go ahead and finish this little haul. Does that sound good? Okay, so first, you guys, I have been looking for these for so long. I will say these are still not ultimately what I'm looking for, but I know that I mentioned that I've been looking for leather huarache sandals for so long. So I think the only thing that I don't love about these is just like that there's this kind of like two-toned. It's got the kind of like darker leather woven in with this lighter leather. And I just want the lighter leather. Leather. I was so excited to find these in my size. I feel like when I've had these in the past, I have tried to stretch them, or they've been made out of faux leather, or they've been broken. The soles immediately fall off the bottom, but these seem like they're really, really good quality. I've actually already worn these multiple times since I picked them up, and I actually almost forgot to include them in this haul because they've just been already woven into my wardrobe. Although these are not exactly the very perfect ones, I was so excited to find them, and they are very loved so far. Second, I found this cute little Madewell top. So you guys can see, it's nothing like too crazy, but I heard we're actually getting a Madewell in Omaha, which I'm really excited about, but it's gonna be like super far west. It'll probably be a 45-minute drive for me. So I'm trying to figure out what this is made of. Okay, so this is 30% wool and 10% alpaca, and the rest is like something I've never heard of. It's extremely soft, and I just thought it's like a really sweet and good quality sweater. I always love stuff like this. It seems very warm and it gets very cold here in the wintertime. All right, this has been sitting in a pile for so long, so forgive how wrinkly it is, but I found this cool little, this is terrible. This is so bad. I feel really embarrassed for showing it to you like this. It's by a brand called Sneak Peek, which I've never heard of, but it's just kind of this like green chambray material. It seems very comfortable, aka why it is so wrinkled. I feel like sometimes the softest materials are the ones that get the most wrinkled. Man, I should really throw this in the dryer before showing you, but I figure I'll just give you a little sneak peek. I'm probably just gonna integrate this into my like fall time wardrobe, and I love these like nice muted colors, so it's perfect for me. And in one of my more recent trips, I found these are like all long sleeve stuff. I feel kind of silly because it's summertime, but I did find this cute little, I think it's by Shein. It's like nothing special. Yeah. Little Shein shirt. It's just like a little kind of crew neck, white turtleneck type thing. So I've been looking for a white turtleneck. I feel like whenever I buy those like 100% cotton ones or vintage ones, it's like they're really nice quality, but they don't quite have that like form-fitting shape. So, I mean, this is probably made out of like I don't know, something terrible, but it does have that nice kind of like stretch to it, and I feel like it'll look really nice with a pair of kind of like loose fit, high-waisted jeans. And so I got this for that reason. It's also like slightly see-through. We'll see if it works. Again, this is the Goodwill outlet, and so that piece probably costs less than $1. If it doesn't work out, I'm not heartbroken about it. Okay, and then my last shirt is this Notre Dame shirt. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie to you. I know nothing about Notre Dame. I think it's in Michigan. I don't live in Michigan, even though I wear that Michigan shirt all the time, and people are like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know anything about Michigan. I just really like the shirt. I just really like the shirt. It's like a size large. It looks like super slouchy and something that I would love to hang around the house in the wintertime. I am excited about that, even if I know nothing about Notre Dame. All right, next I picked up a couple of these spoons. There was a bunch of wooden utensils there, and I thought about picking up more, but a lot of them are made out of bamboo. I have nothing against bamboo. This more of like carved wood. It just looks a little bit nicer to me than like the stripiness of the bamboo. It seems a little bit more kind of like homey and vintage than those types of pieces. So I actually already have some bamboo pieces, and I'm just gonna switch them out and put these in there instead. So I don't know, is this one something that's for something in specific? It's a really odd shape. At first I was like, is this a shoehorn? And maybe it is. Maybe I'll be using a shoehorn to mix my food. A horn, not a horn. You know what I mean, like a shoe shaper. Speaking of shoes, I found these awesome leather boots. So these are super simple, but they're tall, and I don't have any tall boots like this. They have these nice heavy soles, which, you know, probably made them a little bit more expensive when I bought them at the Goodwill outlet, but I just thought they were super nice. Let me see if there's a brand. They're made in Romania, but I don't see a brand on them. But they are definitely real leather. They've got some scratches and stuff on them, which I actually really like. Like you guys know me, I'm never looking for things in perfect condition. I love when things have a little bit of patina and love to them. And so I tried them on in the store, which nobody else does because everybody's just there for resale. But I tried them on and they fit great. And so I'm really excited to integrate these into, again, my winter wardrobe. Y'all, it's, you know, it's blazing, it's 90 degrees outside, and everything I'm buying is for winter time. Next, I found these faux flowers. Honestly, I'm just integrating more faux flowers into my life. I want to call these like dogwoods, but I don't exactly know. I think dogwoods might be yellow. So let me know if you know what type of flower this is supposed to be. But I found 3 solid bundles, and I'm gonna try to figure out a place in our house to see if I can put these into like a cute little vase or something. There are areas of our house that are just not quite as brightly lit as others, and just areas of our house that I don't visit as much. You know, like up in the playroom, I'm not up there all the time, or the girls' room. I mean, they can't be expected to water flowers or keep this kind of stuff in order. And so, especially in Ruby's room, because she's not much of a decorator, maybe I'll put these in there, or, you know, put them in a basket, or, you know, something. I'll find some place to put these in our house. I love to integrate a mix of both real and faux plants in our house. So on the theme of Rosie's room, I did buy this little shelf. This is kind of that typical wood color that I'm buying for our house. This side might even be a little bit darker. It's got these little notches on the back, and then I don't know what this is for. I'm guessing that, I don't even know. Is this for like a picture, to like put a picture against the wall? I don't know, or papers or some sort. Anyway, if y'all know what this is for, let me know. But I just loved it that it was really simple. I don't like when things have like, you know, the hearts carved into the side and stuff like that. I just like really simple things that are classic and that I feel like will last me for a long time, you know, so I won't get sick of them as the trends change and whatnot. So I did buy this for Rosie's room because, again, like I said, she loves to decorate. And so I just wanted to give her something that she could make her little vignettes on and keep them off of my floor. I know a few videos before this, I had explained to you guys that I started to collect Revere ware. Well, I am almost positive that this is a Revere ware top. And I know that I got a pan that did not have a lid. All my other pans had lids, but not my large pan. So when I went to the outlet, I found this one and I was so excited because I was like, yay, I finally have the lid that's gonna go to the pan that I have. I think the pan is probably like an 8 to 10 inch. And I put this on there and it is definitely too big, which I was kind of bummed about. I mean, you know, again, it's not super heavy, so it's not like I wasted a whole lot of money. So I was almost just thinking, all right, well, I'll just donate this back. But then the other day I was cooking on our cast iron skillet, which is a pretty big one. It's what we do almost everything on. I was cooking and grease was just spattering everywhere, hence why I'm covered in it in my apron that I can't seem to get out. I was like, you know what? Let me grab that lid that didn't fit that other pan, and see, y'all, it fits perfectly on our cast iron skillet. And so I'm excited to finally have a cover for that, so I'm not constantly making a mess all over our stove. I love that it matches my other pieces, even if it doesn't technically go to any of them. I love that it's stainless steel and not made of any like toxic chemicals. Y'all probably knew that I was gonna get this in the footage, but I did find this pretty basket. So I had a couple of random like, it's so funny because I can't even tell which ones they were now. I had a couple of bent pieces. It's not like the most sturdy piece, but I love that even if it's not vintage, I love that it looks vintage. And I honestly have no idea if it is or not. It did have a tag on it that it was $17 at some like boutique. It had like a really cute, nice tag on it, but I got it at the outlet, and I mean, I don't know how much it weighs, maybe like a pound or so. And so I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do with this yet, but I really liked it. So maybe I'll put like blankets in here or something. I don't know, we'll find out, to be continued. Okay, and lastly, I found this galvanized bucket. So you guys are probably thinking like, why would this woman want a bucket like this? But I figured I could use it for like plants or something. We've got lots of like little areas, and if y'all saw my garden right now, you would just be ashamed and shaking your head. But at some point I am going to get that all cleaned up, and I'm hoping to buy some flowers. I think I've just had to come to the realization that it's just not gonna happen this year. Like this year, I'm working so hard on getting our house put together, getting everything up on the walls, and the outside of our house has basically just been in neglect. So if you guys live here in town, you've seen it, please don't judge me. It's just taking time. But I figured that I could put this out there and then put some flowers in it or something. I don't know. What else would you guys use a bucket for? Let me know. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for being here this week and being part of this massive haul. I cannot wait to integrate these into our house and show you guys ultimately how I style all of this. It has been so much fun and so much work. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but like, I think that I thought that putting together a house was gonna be like easy and that I wouldn't be taking care of kids while I did it. But I am taking care of kids, and that takes a lot of time and energy. And YouTube takes a lot of time and energy. So thank you guys for being here and supporting me, for making this worth it. That means the world to me. I really, really appreciate your support. I loved getting your comments about my like ask me anything question. I will probably wind up doing a like Q&A answering session here pretty soon. So look out for that, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye.